Well, good Wednesday morning. I wanted to give you an update on our response to the COVID-19 virus, the pandemic, the government recommendations. I don't know what the future holds long term, but I can tell you what we know for certain at this point in time. Your pastoral staff has been monitoring the situation almost nonstop. We go to bed at night, we wake up in the morning, we're trying to stay on top of things. We want to make good decisions, wise decisions. And so based on what we currently know and discussions and decisions, we know that for the next 2 Sundays, 22nd and 29th, that we're going to be worshiping online. We're going to do our virtual gatherings. Beyond that, we just don't know at this point in time. We might not. I think these 15 days that the president has declared will be telling, and so we'll be able to make a more educated decision in days to come. And so just keep that in mind. Worship with us. Invite other people to join our online gatherings. That information is readily accessible on our information hub, yourhbc.info. And so I just want to encourage you and invite you to be intentional to worship with us in those settings. Obviously, all scheduled activities at the church are not going to happen in person. Life groups, Bible studies, things like that. Those things are not going to happen. But I'm very excited about what is happening in the area of our life groups and even Bible studies. Brother Terry is making contact with our life group leaders, and your life group leaders should be making contact with you to let you know of some resources available, platforms, electronic platforms, digital platforms that will allow our life groups to continue to gather virtually, to do life together, to do life group together, even teach the life group lesson. But for those who are less techie, we've got less techie options such as a call-in Bible study option. And so I'm just very excited about all of that. Your life group leader will be making decisions as to how he or she wants to lead out in that. And if you have questions, please don't hesitate to holler. We're here to help you. I do want to also thank you and encourage you regarding your giving during this time. When an offering plate doesn't pass in front of a person, sometimes a person doesn't give. I want you to know ministry continues to happen. Ministry needs continue to be with us. And so your giving is just as important during this time as it is ever. And so I want to encourage you to be faithful to give. I thank you to those of you who were intentional to give, even though we did not have a physical gathering this past weekend. We put in the email. I put in the email yesterday some information, a link to some information on how to give during this time. You can give online. It's very easy. You can give through the mail. You can put it into an envelope and mail it, or you could drop it off at the church office. Many people have done all of those options. You also have the option of using your online banking, and they'll literally send a check on your behalf. I'm not saying that your tithe is a bill. I'm just saying that if you're using that option to pay bills, it's very easy to set up a check to just come to the church. I just want to encourage you in that regard, regarding worship, regarding life group, regarding giving, and then also just continue to love your neighbor, continue to pray for one another. We're going to get through these days, and on the other side of this, we're going to be able perhaps to say, look how the Lord worked during that time. Right now, though, we walk by faith, not by sight. But until we gather together again, I want to encourage you to be prayerful and to be careful and wash your hands.